see. There we go. Hey, Woodchucker. How's it going, man? Monday's going pretty good. Was on base earlier and found several pieces of wood. A couple of which we're going to go ahead and turn. Johnny, how you doing, sir? Saw you released a couple videos. All right. Yep, so we got this, I think, is ash. This, I have no clue what it is. It's got a nice color, though. Then we got, that's the same piece, but it has some nice colors to it. But I have no clue what it could be. And then I got this one. This one's real interesting. I have no idea what that is, but it was probably a good 30 foot long. There's a, oh, let's see if I can pick this thing up. Well, like I said, I have no clue what that one could be. So we're just going to get rocking here, get our 1/2 inch bowl gouge, and see how this is going to go. You guys are in the wrong spot to really see. Get you guys a better view here. There we go. It's going to be a little rough at first till we get through this outer bark area, and then they'll smooth out. Rizard, welcome in. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Rizzo 12, welcome in. Giovanni, how's it going? See how we're doing here. That's going to be a little bit before we get through that. Got a bug hole. Like I said, this stuff, I found it just basically laying on the ground on base. See how that's looking for a 10 and well, that's not going to work. We have to get deeper than that. Rainy Ridge, welcome in. How you guys doing? Bear, what's going on? That was an awesome eagle you were working on earlier. Mimo, welcome in. All right. See if we're going to be able to get. Ooh-wee. I don't know if we're going to be able to get a tenon on that or not. At some point we will, but it's going to get pretty darn skinny. Let me give you guys. Hey, Grumpy. 3D printing, how's it going? Yeah, with that, that's going to make putting a tenon on this kind of rough. And a recess is out because as soon as I expand into that gap, it's going to blow out. So, well, we'll see how it goes. But that's what happens when you find logs on the side of the road. Sure you guys can see good. Oh, he's fighting me up here. I don't know why we're probably not around yet. Nope, that's why. Those are the cool ones, fell off the truck. There we go. Let's see if we're round yet. Still not there. All right. Estevan, welcome in. Nice bit of shavings. We make it to round yet? Just about. Still leaves the question what we're going to do for that tenon. That's going to have to go away. So I imagine he's going to lose a little bit of height there. See if that got past it. No. All right, it's going to be a shallow bowl. That's for sure. Oh, yeah. Hey, for the moderators, if you guys want to go ahead and share your channel, go for it. All right, let's see. There we go. Oh, you know what? I could probably put a recess on that. Let me get this out of the way. We'll set up for a recess. Good bug, how's it going? Still too low. So I'm going to go ahead and use a carbide to set that recess. Carbides want to, well, let me get it in the frame here, want to be parallel like that, and you just push in. And we'll go right about there. There we go. Then I have dovetail jaws. So we're going to use our skew, put a little dovetail on here. Just like that. And we'll check this again. We're still not quite round right there, so we will go ahead and take another pass. Get you guys the best view I can. Back to the 1/2 inch bowl gouge. Let's see how that's looking. It's feeling pretty good. Got the pith right there. We're probably going to have to go below that. Not on the other side. Make sure I made that. Nope, not quite big enough. So a little bit wider for the recess. Not by much though. That should be good. And then, same as before, use our skew. Give us a dovetail. You can use your skew as a negative rake scraper. Smooth out that base. Looks pretty good. And while we got it over here, that should give us a real nice smooth finish. That's kind of a neat pattern for ash to have. I don't know if you guys can see that real good, the way that's coming out. It's appearing there again. Okay, back in position. Get this flipped around, we can get going on the inside. All right, then get him out of the way. Now we're going to move to the inside, so I'm going to slide you guys over here to try to give you the best view. I am not having luck. That looks about good. All right, that's just going to smooth off that front edge. And I think I am going to drop below that pith. Hey Pat, how you doing? There we go. Fill it. See if we got, we're almost there. Not quite. Now we're down below it. You can see it right there, so it will be getting removed. Would not, do you know how to share channels? Sharing channels, I think you got to do through, what was that, StreamYard? All right, now we're going to swing back over this way. Matt, how you doing? Thanks for coming in. All right. Bring this up a touch. And I was blocking your view. Go up a little higher so you guys can see past my hand. Dan, what's going on? Dan, since you're in, I'm going to show this off real quick here. Carbide scraper, square end, should be at about the center line. You just push in. Anytime you use carbides, there is more sanding involved. But the nice thing about carbide is you put it on level and you just push in. You don't have to worry about trying to learn how to sharpen, learn your angles, understand your approach angles. You just set it up there and push in. You got different shapes to the cutter heads. You got, that was the square end, often called the rougher. You've got the finisher, which is the round one, and then you've got a detailer, which is a triangular one. No sharpening involved. Like I said, just a little more sanding at the end. Oops, I bumped you. I'm a little too high for this gouge. Drop him down. Set up a flashlight so you guys can see better. You absolutely can, Grumpy. I actually have a work sharp that I typically use. Anything CBN or diamond should be able to do it. New cutter heads, I think, are only like 20 bucks. Wonder if I can get you guys a little bit better view. Problem is, the better you guys can see, my flashlight just fell. The better you guys can see, the worse I can see. All right, let's pick that back up. Get that back in position for you. I bought like 4 replacement packs before I realized I could sharpen them. Pack of diamond cards was the same price as the tips. Yep. All right, I need to make a quick measurement here before I become a member of the funnel club yet again. We're about 1 inch. Ooh, we are we are right on the verge of renewing our membership to the funnel club. So we are about done on that bottom. Take that edge down a little more. Nathan, welcome in. Whoa, all right, careful. All right. You can probably tell by the sound of that we're starting to get pretty darn thin. I don't know how thin I really want to take this one. All right. What you don't ever want to have is a sharp edge right there, because it will cut you and burn you at the same time, and that really sucks. So don't do that. Let's pop that off there and take a peek at it. Whoop. That went that. All right, we weren't as... you guys can't see that. We weren't as thin as I thought. We're getting pretty close on the sides, bottom. Pick that up before he gets lost in the shavings. There we go. Let me zoom you guys back out here. Mike, how you doing? And we'll see where we ended up. So our bottom is right there, which is less than a 1/4 inch for sure. And our sides are also right about a 1/4 inch. Whoop. So you guys can see what I'm looking at. So that one is ready for sanding, which I will do off camera because sanding is boring and nobody wants to see that. So we'll get our worm screw back out and get going on the next one. So if you guys are enjoying this, I am often out here late night turning. So you can do the YouTube stuff with the like, the subscribe, and all that. Maybe we'll see you again. Now I've got 2 options here. They are the same wood, different sizes. Anybody want to see one over the other? What's the method of sanding? It is literally a piece of sandpaper on a piece of foam on a drill. That's how I do it. Nelson Nieves, the smaller one. We'll do the smaller one for Dan. We'll probably do the bigger one later. Depends on how things are going. If people are liking this, I guess we can keep going. Yeah, this is that one. I do not know what wood this is. It's very colorful on the inside. Hoping you guys can see okay, because my camera screen is covered in sawdust. Any chance for a demonstration on the stabilization? Oh, the steady rest? I don't think I have anything that would require it. So that's typically, I use that if I'm doing a big vase. That's when that comes out. All right, here we go with the mystery wood. There we go. Now you guys should be able to see pretty good. There we go. Jose, welcome in. Spindles. Ooh, I didn't catch that crack in there. Oh, he's moving too. All right. Safety glasses off. Face shield on. Don't want that big hunk hitting me in the jaw. Well, we might get to see a piece blow up. There's always that. All right, here we go. There it. Whoa. Zenanig Jeremy, welcome in. I don't know if you guys saw that fly off there. Let me smack that out of there. So there it is. That's where it came from. Oh, that's some real punky wood in there. Look at that. Huh. Well, that's what I get for picking up roadside wood. We'll see what we can make out of it, though. There we go. Hey, Plywood, welcome in. What is that? Amelia, welcome in. Yeah, we're getting dull. Switch out to the 3/8. Oh, I don't think I got you guys in the best position. There we go. All right, let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, that bowl's still got to get a bit smaller. The time we're done, it's going to be a cup. All right. all that wood punky. Wormhole. I don't know if you guys can see what I'm seeing here. Wormholes kind of all over the place. Oh yeah. That's real soft. All right, we got to go a ways before we're going to get to some decent wood on this guy. That felt a little different. Okay, we're starting to get into some decent wood there. Take a peek if that'd be a good spot for a tenon. Yeah, it feels all right. See if I went too small. Should be a perfect fit. Put a dovetail on there, and then we'll go ahead and start shaping the rest of this thing. There we go. Cody, welcome in. Let's see. Oh, still not through it. It just peels away. All right, we still got to get smaller. All right. Mike, can you hear me now? Someone let me know if you can hear me or hear the lathe, hear something. Okay. Thanks, Mike. Thanks, man killer. Yeah, I started out, I was sort of going for like a Japanese teacup kind of thing, but there was too much punky wood because this piece of wood was a log I did find on the side of the road on base. Don't know how long it had been sitting there, but a lot of it got kind of nasty. All right, let's get the camera, the flashlight set up so you guys can see good. We'll get this inside taken care of. Thanks, Pat. All right, let's see about where we're at. The only thing I've ever done, there were a few instances when I was new to turning where I was kind of dumb. So first rule they're going to teach you if you ever turn anything is tool touches the tool rest. And you can imagine why, that if you start up there, it's going to slam that down. Well, my finger happened to be in between it. Didn't break anything, just bruised up pretty good. Second thing I did was I got a knuckle too close to a sharp edge. That's why I say that these can cut, and at the same time they cut, they burn, and that really sucks, so don't do that. So don't leave any sharp edges on anything you're turning. I was asking you, Mike. I have no idea. I found this on the side of the road. As I went on base today and was looking for wood and found this back by Bass Lake, and no clue. It's pretty though. I'm getting pretty thin here. Can go down a little further. So we're gonna keep on going. So whatever it is, it's a tree that grows in Ohio. that much I can say. All right. Let's see how we're doing here. That leaves me about a 1/4 inch on the base. If we can do a little better on those sides. First thing we're going to kind of give that an inward lean. All right, flashlight, I need you. Whoops. Ah, there we go. Try to find a good spot for this where he's not in my way. No matter where I go, the flashlight's in the way. There. All right, let's see how we did. Got a little bump right there. See how this is going to work out for us. What's the cheapest lathe machine for a beginner and where to look for one? Cheapest would be between Win, Harbor Freight. There's a couple of them. See how that's doing. Oh, that's smoothing out real nice. Oh, I'm coming off my edge. There we go. I can't get down in that corner though. So, unfortunately, that'll be sanding. Anything you should look for in a lathe other than model? Well, it really depends on what you're trying to do. Size is generally one of the biggest things you look for. Oh, busted that out a little bit. So there are some really, really good old lathes available on Facebook Marketplace if you can fix one up. If you check out Pat over at the Smallwood lot, he did that. Whoop, that's probably how I did it. Did y'all see that? Well, there's our first explosion on a live. Where the heck did those pieces even go? There's one of them. Yeah, there ain't no gluing that back together. Oh, you know what? Look right there. See that on that grain? Then we spin it right there as well. There's some sort of a fungus in there. So yeah, that's what I get for roadside wood. Okay, so much for that one. Zoom out. Yeah, he popped right along those those rings right there. Oh well, so much for that one. Let's see here, what can we do next? What about... Yeah, why not? Give me a second to drill a hole. I can't believe that one blew up. Well, I guess I can now. Now that I see that, I can definitely believe it blew up on us. All right. There we go. This one here is a piece of ash. This one might get a little dangerous too. He's got multiple cracks in him. Oh, there's a piece of the old one. There he is. That little piece didn't go far. You loosened up on me. All right, there that is. Danny, welcome in. We are going to take care of that piece of ash. I'm going to do a quick sharpen on the gouge. Doesn't take long at all. Here we go. Left side done. Right side done. We're ready to get back to work. Well, this is a big boy, ain't it? Okay, bring you guys right up to about here. There we go. Move the drill out the way. That's probably trying to take more than a half-inch should. You guys can see. This one's a bit wetter, so we're going to get a lot more long strings off of it. Lewis, how's it going? Danny, thanks for stopping in. Tinder for the campfire. So we are not worried about the cracks in that piece. Yeah, this could be the second explosion, so you never know. That's something sound loose. Are you loose? I bet you are. Yep. That's what I was hearing. And right about there. So hopefully you guys are enjoying this. Like I said before, I'm often out here late at night wood turning. So if you do like this, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, do the YouTube stuff, and hopefully we'll see you again. Hopefully don't blow up anything else tonight. Bark's so tough. Oh, you fight me a good bit. Okay, he came loose. You guys can see what happened here. See the gap down in there? You can generally tell when that happens because all of a sudden this starts wobbling on you. There we go. Definitely don't want that whole bowl flying off. That would not be good. All right, for this one, I think we'll do a recess again. Yeah, I think I'm going to go recess. Okay. Again with our dovetail. And before we go any further, we'll check to make sure he fits. Yep, actually made him a little too big, but we'll make do. I think that one blowing up on me kind of threw me off. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna put my I'm old school, sacrificial board, glue and screw. Rita, how's it going? Prefer a mortise too, unless I don't trust the wood. Jacula, yeah. I often flip-flop back and forth whether I want a mortise or whether I want a tenon. Just kind of depends on what I'm feeling at that moment. Yeah, those cracks are interesting. But as far as the outside goes, we are done with that. So we are going to go ahead and get this guy flipped around, mount it up, and hopefully not blow it up. Some of those are kind of deep though. So we're going to have to pay attention to that, and we may stop and leave it thick and then come back and try to do some sort of an epoxy. That'll be at a later time. Get that out of there. All right. That puts us just about where we want to be. Get you guys moved so you can see. That unscrews the chuck. What is going on here? Trying to hog out more than the gouge is capable of. How much money for a decent beginner lathe? I believe Win sells a pretty decent one. You'll have to change the belts to change the speed, but I think it's around 300 bucks. Up from there, typically you jump into 550 range with either Harbor Freight, Win. Just depends on what you want to be able to do, sir. Oh. This gives me an idea. Any of you guys seen JP Woodworks and seen what he does with his paints? So the basic gist is he'll round this off and just leave a small cutout in the center. He puts paints on there and then spins it real fast to send them flying. It's kind of really neat the way it looks. And then I wouldn't have to worry so much about all these cracks, which are getting pretty much the whole way through to here already. And I don't want to blow up another one. At least not tonight. Maybe next live we can blow up another one. So I think I'm going to stop there and go ahead and get this kind of rounded. There we go. And there goes the flashlight again. I'll pop you guys out of the holder here. Wow, I got a lot of dust on that phone. Pop you guys back in the holder while I find the flashlight so you can see. And now out of the holder. So you guys can see that crack right there. It's going almost all the way to the bowl. Another one there and another one right there. So we're just giving that kind of a pillow edge. It's kind of taller in the center and then rounds out. And I think we're going to stop for there. Or we're going to stop right there with this one because I got a bad feeling it's going to blow. Might see about filling that with some epoxy or some CA glue or something, but I think I am going to do that. Do the paint on it. I'll take the center bowl down deeper once I get the paint on, and we'll see how it looks. I'm going to go ahead and update you guys in another live so you can see it. Now I'm going to show y'all the catch from the day. So this whole area here was just from what I found on base today. Another one of these with those wonky colors. Oh yeah, you can definitely see how soft that is right there. Yeah. Well, we'll have to see if we can't blow it up on our next live. And of course, we still have all the wood from before. Here's another view of it. Whoop. Sorry, I turned the phone too far. So this will be a crotch piece. So we got plenty of things to turn and have some fun with. So hopefully we'll see you guys again. I'm going to go ahead and stop this live now because, like I said, I got to do something with that or it is going to blow up on me. So y'all take care. Let's see here. Oh, there's the X.